which axis? X. And this is when the major axis is on the y-axis. And I'll read this to you. This is x squared over b squared plus y squared over a squared equals 1. Where a squared is greater than b squared, and a is greater than b, which is greater than 0. How is this equation different than the other equation? Okay, well I know it's on the y-axis, but what about...
X was over A instead of...
X was over A, and y, it was over the b, and now we have the x over the b, and the y is over the a. So, we're going to have to think about that when we're talking about our equations. Okay, so this is when I'm going to use this equation for the y-axis when the major axis is horizontal. The major axis, sorry, is on the y-axis. So I'm looking at something that looks like this. Okay, and the other one is when it is. Okay, so there are two different formulas. Okay. So you're saying to me, like, where did this come from and what does this mean? Okay. Ladies, if you could stop the chatter, I'd appreciate it. Okay? So, this is what you're going to label, and I'm going to zoom in on this for you. Okay. So, I have here, in this one, and it's a little distorted when I magnified it, would you say that the axis, the major axis is on the A or the B?
The B.
I'm sorry. Is the major axis on the X or the Y axis?
X.
X. Okay. So let's talk about the points here. What is this? I have the center. You're going to want to label these.
So this is the one with the formula that we did before.
Yeah, this is my center. And what is this right here? It looks blurry to me. Is it blurry to you? Okay. So I have my foci here. And what is this representing?
The distance.
The distance from the center to the foci is going to be represented by what letter?
C.
C. Okay? The distance from the center to, what do we call this? Well, this point is it's a vertex on which axis?
When I folded mine,
It's on the what?
Major.
The major.
when I folded mine, it didn't go through the foci.
Well, sorry, it should have.
Uh,
Okay, all right. So that would be a major axis, and we're talking about the distance from the center to here is my A. And the distance from the center to, what is this vertex called? Or which axis is this?
Minor.
The minor. The minor axis is B. Okay? And so we're going to have another equation that will help us find, let's see. Okay. And we can find, guess what? A squared minus B squared will give me C squared. I'm doing the opposite of a Pythagorean theorem. I'm subtracting. A squared minus that will give me my C squared. Okay, as I said, there's a lot of notes in this lesson today.
Do we have homework on this?
I'm going to try. Okay? Are you with me? Because I'm going to give you a problem that will work with this. All right. Okay. Hold on.
Are we done with this piece of paper?
Yes,
Oh.
okay. So, I'm going to ask you, I'm gonna erase that, to write an equation. Actually, I'll start with this one, sorry.
Wait, what's the point of the goose egg?
Let's look at this particular equation.
Is that all that was there? Is that all that was there?
Okay, so if I ask you to graph this, first of all, is this your job? First of all, is this a circle?
No.
No.
No. And I know it's not a circle because of what?
In the standard.
It's not in the form of a circle. And what is the equation for a circle?
X squared, no, x2 minus, x1 minus x2.
Standard form at 0, 0.
X squared plus y squared equals
R squared.
Or r squared, right? The radius squared. So x squared plus y squared equals radius squared. Okay. Is this located at the origin?
no.
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 Yes. Yes.
Possible.
Yes, it is. And just as we've had HK form for a parabola, we've had HK form for a circle, we're going to have ellipses that are going to have HK form. That's why it's really important to understand what HK represents. Okay? So in this case, look back at your equation. Is this located, Michael, on the major or the minor axis? What is the orientation of this parabola? Is it on the x-axis?
It's on the Y,
It's on the y. How did you know that?
because, A has to be greater than B. And that's-
A squared has to be greater than b squared. You know that. And if it's on the x-axis, what is the formula for the x-axis? X squared over
The A
a squared plus y squared over b squared equals 1 if it's on the x-axis. If it's on the y-axis, what is my equation?
X squared over b squared plus y squared over a squared equals 1.
So in this particular case, if I know that the a and the b, a has to be greater, in which case is the a greater?
If it's on the y.
If it's on the y-axis. And so this one is greater, so that must be my A or B?
B.
A.
A. So this is A, so, and I know that then it is on the y-axis. Okay? Where is the foci?
2 and 8.
Okay? So let's say, do we know what A is?
Yeah.
A, well,
A's 2.
A is 2, and what is B?
8.
It is 8. And just give you a formula to find C, or the foci?
Yes.
What was the formula that I gave you for the foci?
A squared minus b squared is equal to
A squared minus B squared will give me C squared. So I have 64, right, or 8 squared minus 2 squared, which is 4, equals C squared. And this is what, 60 is equal to C squared. What is the square root of 60?
Rad 60.
Okay, I need rad 60. Is that in simplest form? No.
7 point something.
No, I
No,
want,
because
let's
you
leave
divide
it
by
in
4.
exact. 4 times 15?
Yeah.
4 times 15 is equal to C.
2 rad 15.
2 rad 15 is equal to C. Is that in simplest form?
Yes.
Yes. What are the coordinates of the foci? I know that this, so if I was asked to graph this, I'm sorry, I'm running out of ink here. If I was asked to graph this, I knew that my A is going to be what?
Isn't your A supposed to be?
A is gonna be
8, and where is it going to be, on my X or my Y axis?
Y.
your y.
Right? Yes, because I know that this is 1, 2, I'm going to count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. And what about my minor arc is 2? 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, it's not at scale actually.
Miss Lyle,
What?
isn't your A supposed to be 8?
Yeah. I counted by 2s.
No, on the,
Didn't you plug it in?
up where it says A equals 2 and B equals 8, I think it should be the other way around.
So why does one show?
Sorry. Over here you
Yeah.
But you plugged it into the equation.
A is 64.
Okay, I just got confused.
Okay. You're right. I knew that my A was the large. I wrote this backwards. Sorry. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know that this is 8. This is 2. And what are the coordinates of my foci? I'm not done. I know that the foci is located at 2 rad 15, but on the x-axis, isn't there a plus or a minus? So when I am going to have what and what?
Plus or minus 2 rad.
What else?
8.
It's on this axis, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to be somewhere here. So when x is 0, y is a plus 2 rad 15, and when x is 0, it's going to be a negative 2 rad 15. So can I give the coordinates? And that's going to be what? Maybe 4. So it's going to be 8, a negative 8. So somewhere in here is my foci, a plus and a minus. Okay. All right, I'm going to let you try some of these tonight.
You're gonna last at service.
I am. And let's go to,
You want these boards back?
you may hold on to them one more time, or if you want to, you can give them
I'll
to me.
give it back.
All right. So let's start with 2 through 11.
On page 12.
Hold on a second. Page 384. Page 384, 2 through 11.
Yeah.
Okay?